Hey everybody, this is vlog 5. I figured today, I know I touched on it the other day, depression, but since today's been pretty bad. Um, Basically, ever since I woke up this morning, I've felt terrible. Um, don't really know what it is. Some people talk about seasonal depression, and I've known some people who apparently get seasonal depression, and I've witnessed it. I don't really think I get seasonal depression, um, but since for the last 4 years I've had pretty heavy um, depression anyway. It's, it just kind of lasts the entire year. It just gets worse at certain points, and you never know when that is. And today could have just been one of those days that you roll out of bed the wrong way. Regardless of silly sayings and things like that. But yeah, I've just felt like hanging my head low and like not making eye contact with anything. I'm not talking about not making eye contact with humans. I mean, no eye contact with anything. It's like even I look at my computer screen and I keep like looking down. It's like I don't. I just like. It's like, can I just glue my eyes shut today? That'd be really helpful. But that aside, um, still working on actually for the past month or more. I've been working on my disability paperwork. I'm trying to file for disability because I can't um, I can't work. Um, it's been basically this way since 4 years ago. Um, has been it hasn't been exactly 4 years yet. That comes up in the end of this month. It'll be 4 years. So we're just gonna go ahead and just say it's been 4 years. So I've been out of work for at least 3 years because I tried working through the first year, and I did some odd jobs, just various things, and I had finally gotten a lock on a job that was supposedly going to pay me decent, but really wasn't exactly the greatest job in the world. It was at a call center for, I won't say what company exactly, but let's just say they sell satellite television. And I was kind of a cold caller. I answered calls, but I also cold called people, and considering most of the work that I'd done before was all retail, I knew how to sell things to people, but for some reason it just happened to be that particular time, and it was actually literally right after the training was over. I my my grandmother passed away, my dad's mother, and uh, um, I wasn't terribly close to her, but still, you have a family member that passes away, and it really doesn't matter, you know, how good of a relationship you have with the person It's still a blow uh, when someone you know passes away. Um, but that happened, and so I asked, even though I technically hadn't actually started real work yet, I asked them. I was like, "Can I have, some time and time off?" And they said, "Sure, that's fine. Just come back." They ended up giving me like a week off. Um, so I had that week, and then I came in on my first day, which was I asked for the late shift. So I would like come in to work at like 5 o'clock, 5:30, and then not leave until midnight, and or maybe it was like 11 o'clock. I can't remember. I was there only one day, grand total of one day, and I remember I literally locked up. I became paralyzed. The phone would ring, and it would literally be one of the most frightening sounds I ever heard in my life. I took, I don't know, maybe 5, 6 phone calls, and then that was it. I luckily I had been placed on since I was since they gave me that week off. I didn't get a seat assignment over wherever the people I trained with were at. So I was over on the complete opposite side of this office by myself, which probably wasn't the best thing. But then again, in a way, it was kind of a better thing because then I didn't have a bunch of people watching me freak out and literally lose my mind. Um, I I left that job that night, and I went. I got in my car, and I just started driving around, and I just let it out. Just screaming at the top of my lungs. Um, I'm surprised I actually. And I credit the fact that I'm a really good driver to the fact that I didn't have an accident because I was screaming, banging my hands on the steering wheel. Had the windows rolled down, just screaming and screaming about why I couldn't answer the phone. What is wrong with me? It's just a telephone. Pick it up. Talk to the person on the other end. It's not that hard. And my mind would have none of it. And I went home. Um, Everybody at home was asleep. So I just went upstairs and, needless to say, I did not sleep that night. I got out, came downstairs the next morning, and my mother was home, and I just crumbled. I completely crashed, and luckily she was there. I don't know what I would have done if there wasn't anybody at home. I couldn't do anything. I was immobile. Um, so that, and actually, I got lucky and was able to get in to see a psychologist. Um, I can't remember, was it that day or was it the day after? Those early days really, really, really blur together. I mean, wow. The fact that I can even remember what happened that night and that day is quite amazing, I believe. But that happened. I went, started seeing a doc. He puts me on some of the, let's try the, basic. Okay, you've got depression, anxiety, whatever. Your basic drugs like Lexapro, Zyprexa, Prozac, sometimes lithium. Lithium's usually only used if there's anger issues, because lithium can help you with anger issues. So that started that, and like I said, that was about 4 years ago. And today, I was kind of reminded that, yeah, it was 4 years ago, and maybe that's part of why this past week, I've slowly been feeling worse each day. Because I don't know, maybe because I mentally and physically know that the end of the month's coming up, and that's when everything first started. And then, as I've stated multiple times, it's 4 years ago. So as if there was some morbid anniversary that I have to celebrate in my head, and not something I'm looking forward to, of course. If I could change it and be like, I can just ignore it, but nah, it's impossible to ignore. It's a big blinding light shining in your eyeballs, blinding you. Wait, I said blinding twice. But I actually, the shades in my room were closed and had been closed all day. I mean, they're usually closed because they got the sun coming in, but some days when it's not that hot, like today wasn't too bad. I would have maybe opened the shades, but I didn't. I didn't until I got back from a walk. I went and took a walk just down the road to a little cul-de-sac at the end of the road and walked back. It's not very far. It's at my pace takes me 10 minutes maybe. Anyway, just to get out of the house and sort of shake my head out and let some of the bad things drop out the other side of my head, and so I don't know if it helped at all, but yeah, today was and is still it's pretty. The depression is really heavy. It's I use the word heavy, and another word to describe it would be like major depression. But when you say major depression, for some reason that sounds more like a clinical terminology for it. It's like, okay, well, heavy depression makes it then sound like you can touch it. It's tangible. That's what I'm looking for. It's tangible. Heavy. Okay, you know what heavy feels like. You've picked up something that's heavy and been like, damn, that's heavy. Okay, well, that's kind of how it is with the depression, and how hard and heavy and just painful it is to just to walk around with my head on my shoulders. It's as if the Earth's gravity has been cranked up to about 10 times normal Earth gravity. Don't want any Sir Isaac Newton sitting underneath apple trees today. Freaking apple drop off the tree and fall right all the way through his skull to the bottom of his back. Get killed by an apple. I don't think there's anyone in the history of the world that's listed on their death certificate. Death caused by falling apple. Somehow that apple reached past terminal velocity and crushed the person's skull. Okay, that's a little creepy. Well, it's not creepy, but whatever. Alright, this video is running way over my what I said of 10 minutes, 10, 11 minutes. I'm working into the 14th amendment. Not amendment, 14th minute. Aish. Like I said, my head is all in a mess today, but I felt like I needed to make a log of it, and because today is September, it's a Saturday, it's the 15th. Okay. So, well, everyone else, hope you're having a better day than me. If not, well, shake my hand. See? We both had bad days. So, all I can say is take it easy, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.